If you had to choose one of these 3 players to lift the World Cup trophy or you die...
You're really doubling down now, aren't you?
Yeah. Who would you choose? Lionel Messi, Buffon, or Theo Walcott? Allowing England to win the World Cup.
Oh, I see.
Lionel Messi, Buffon, or Theo Walcott?
Theo Walcott.
Theo Walcott?
Yeah.
I asked you earlier today, who do you hate who's English?
I do hate him, but I mean the jubilation of winning the World Cup, sharing it with you,
seeing it year after year, Theo Walcott raising that trophy.
But what would mean more to me is being able to celebrate that with you.
With my happy little face.
Yeah, look how happy you'd be. You'd be the happiest man on earth. You love England.
Okay. Or if I take Theo Walcott out of it, so
if you said Sol Campbell, something like that, then no,
not worth it.
No, it's not worth it.
Fair enough. I don't think he'd get. Well, do you know what? He might get into the England squad. The way it's going, we'll get into that in a bit. So what if I took away Theo Walcott? Because Lionel Messi is going to the World Cup.
Yeah.
I'm boring you.
Sorry, I'm feeling
He's not well.
Very ill.
Flav's, look, give this video a like or subscribe to us on iTunes for Flav. Look at his face. Can we go close up on Flav?
No, please don't. I feel
look at him. Poor guy.
Are you doing a photo? You're doing it? Are you?
Yeah, poor thing.
Cheers.
He's struggling. So Buffon's going to be his last one.
Yeah.
If he doesn't retire before. Lionel Messi, it's his last chance.
Yeah.
If you had to pick out of those 2.
I don't really care, but Buffon, Lionel Messi's had everything. Why should he get that as well?
I'd go Lionel Messi.
Why?
Because he needs it.
Doesn't need it.
He does.
He needs nothing.
He needs it.
Why?
Because then Ronaldo wins, doesn't he?
I don't care. No.
A lot of people seem to care.
Do they?
I don't know.
Ronaldo hasn't won the World Cup, has he?
He hasn't won anything with Argentina.
I mean, that's shocking, isn't it? Given the fact that...
do you know why you should be going for Lionel Messi?
Why?
Because it's the exact same argument that Spurs have to deal with day in, day out. You ain't won nothing. It's the same thing.
He's won everything though. It's silly.
Yeah, but he hasn't won that. But you never won the World Cup. Argentinian accent there. But he never won the World Cup.
I'm sure he wants to win, but he doesn't really. He doesn't keep him up at night. You know, it's not.
I think he does. You know.
Right? Really?
Yeah. Can I watch him a lot?
I reckon see sort of lying on his £10,000 bed with this beautiful woman he has no right to sleep with.
She's very pretty.
Yeah, beautiful. I think he just lets that kind of drift away.
Lets that go.
They've got absolutely zero chance of winning the World Cup. Argentina.
Zero chance.
No chance.
Nice. This is the One for the Weekend podcast. If you haven't listened to it before, then thank you for that. We're on iTunes. You can subscribe. There's a lovely little jingle there, which involves my voice and Flav's voice combating together. We're also on YouTube, so obviously you can see that if you're watching it right now. I mean, I don't really know what I'm saying. If you've got any questions for the If You Die segment of the podcast, then let me know in the comments. And also let me know, Lionel Messi or Buffon, who would you let win the World Cup? Because this is part of the World Cup. It's a lot of people going to the World Cup, and it's the last chance.
Yeah.
Last chance to have that little bit of glory.
Yeah.
We'll get into the oldest player who's going to be playing in the World Cup in this podcast as well. Soldiers lost in battle in this podcast as well.
Woo!
We're going to talk about England and how no one wants to play for them anymore. And we're also going to be talking about Patrice Evra's tricky weekend. He's got a difficult meeting tomorrow.
Kicked a fan in the face.
How does he explain it? It's going to be difficult. So yeah, but get your or you die questions in. Speaking of which, if you had to wear a pair of football boots in your coffin at your funeral, or you die, what pair of football boots would you pick? The reason I say this, I've just bought some football boots.
Okay. I've seen them actually. I like them. Are they nice?
I think they're nice. We'll see. I bought them online. It's dangerous. So I'll wear them. Growing up, I used to love to wear football boots around the house before playing in them properly. Is that weird?
No, you just love football, didn't you?
Yeah.
I mean, at Sunday League level, it doesn't really matter.
Well,
you could go out in slippers, really.
I mean,
fine.
One for the weekend. It's called massive game for the Oxford Royals today. This weekend, my team, which I play for. We've got Sutton, huge. We're top of the league. We need to keep that run going. And I bought some new boots, especially. Added pressure when you wear those. It's not like professionals. Like Beckham used to wear a new pair of boots every single game.
Yeah.
When you're Sunday League and it's that first performance with new boots, it's a scary time.
Boots make a massive difference to how well you play. If you find the right boots, it's about comfort levels, isn't it? And
for me, it's big. How they look is massive, and how they look when I look down and see them.
I get that. Crucial. Yeah, it's part of the psychology of playing.
Massively.
Yeah, of course. To answer your question, probably Adidas World Cups. No, it's boring, but
simple,
classic.
effective. Yeah.
Yeah.
What would I wear? I would probably go with the Umbro. No, I'm going to change. Nike Tiempos, 1994. They're fantastic. Nice long tongue. What are your thoughts on tongues?
I like a flap over tongue.
Do you?
Traditional, yeah.
Not as long as POS?
No.
Just a gentle tongue.
Maybe 3 or 4 rungs down the thing. Should we?
Nice. Sorry. Yeah, let us know. Let us know your favourite boots and which ones you would choose, or you die in your coffin at your funeral.
Why do you keep talking about or you die?
I don't know. I just like it. I put as if
it's a bit morbid.
It just makes you answer the question, though, doesn't it?
Okay. Because I'm going to check with FanLeague to make sure they're okay with this.
Sure. Fair enough. Trivia question. You've got the whole podcast to answer this and to get these. To write them down. How many? There are 16 players who've scored 20+ goals in a Premier League season before they were 25. Can you name them?
How many? 20?
16 there 16. Are. So last week on the podcast we had a question and it was 6 players English players who scored against Real Madrid in the Champions League. The one that people didn't get, but a lot of people got them in the comments, so well done if you did. Danny Welbeck scored for Man United against Real Madrid. So my bad, because I said he did it for Arsenal, which he didn't. He did it for Man United. But this week the trivia question is players who've scored 20+ goals in the Premier League season before they were 25. Chuck any out there, Flav?
Robbie Fowler, Owen, Harry Kane.
Owen is not on there.
What? Really?
I know. That's incredible stuff.
Michael Bridges.
Michael Bridges. So you're going to go with each week? You're just going to go with Michael Bridges?
No, he's not on there.
No, he's not on there. Didn't make it on there.
Good shot, though.
I'll give you one random one. You should be getting all these other ones. Here's a random one. Andy Johnson.
Really?
Crystal Palace.
He always struck me as someone who came on late in his career.
I guess he kind of did. He went bald very early, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's probably why you think that.
Because that's important.
Well, no, but you're going to look older if you're bald, aren't you?
Jermaine Defoe.
Jermaine Defoe is not on there. I know.
No, 16.
16.
Craig knows all of them already.
This is the main reason for the trivia questions, is to give Craig something to talk about.
Yeah,
something to think about whilst he's there.
And he likes a bit of trivia, doesn't he?
Exactly, he absolutely loves it.
Yeah, write them
down.
If you want.
Right, let's talk about Paul Bastock. Good friend of yours? No, he's not. Paul Bastock is a 47-year-old goalkeeper who is making history this weekend. He's going to play in his 1,250th game, having battled back from a knee injury. 47. It's incredible. It's absolutely amazing.
Some people.
How can you play that many games of football? And the reason I saw this, I thought this was interesting.
Especially as a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
It's like boring, isn't it?
It's got to be really boring. You've got to be a bit odd to
want to stay in goal, to choose to stay in goal. It's a weird thing. I never quite understood. All goalkeepers are a little bit wacky, aren't they? A little bit mental.
Yeah. He said he was going to retire the other week. And I was thinking, well, hang on. Just hang in there for a couple more games and you become a record breaker, because no one knows who you are, really. He played for Boston United for like 10 years. But when I was reading this, it made me think, have you, and with all the England players that have like declined from the squad, have you retired from football? Or have you retired from international football? Because I haven't done it yet. I'm not ready to go.
I know what you're saying. I there was a period where I realised I'm definitely not going to make it. The kind of realisation, less so that playing for England, but realising that I was never going to make it as a pro.
How old were you?
27.
Yeah.
You know, I still hold out.
It's a tipping point, isn't there?
But the point is that I'm not very good as well. But I still held on to it, that somehow I might learn a lot.
But you didn't actually. But from a wider point, I've got a couple of mates who like football, same age as me, that not playing Sunday League or anything like that. But they haven't have they, in your mind, have you retired?
Yeah.
When do you retire as a player?
I mean, you retire from football altogether as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm close.
Because that's the other thing I was thinking, when I bought these new pair of boots,
I
was thinking, is this the last pair? And so should I go for something flashy? I've gone for something quite simple, black. But should I have gone all out for the final pair of boots? Yeah. I'm funny like that. It became a big deal. Became a massive deal.
How long did you think about those boots?
What, in terms of the insurance? In the end, I bottled it and went with black ones.
No, but how long was you sort of mulling it over?
I dipped into a couple of Sports Directs, other shoe shops that are available. Looked online for a bit, and then found one at lunchtime in 20 minutes. Nice. So I calmed down in the end. It was fine.
Good work.
But yeah, I just realised I'm getting to that age and I might have to retire soon. It just seems odd.
How old are you?
I'm 31.
Well, that's ridiculous.
Gonna blow.
What's soon mean?
I don't know. I don't know how many years I've got left. Craig, have you retired? He's retired.
He retired.
You heard it here first, and one for the weekend podcast. Craig is retired
from football.
International as well. Everything's gone.
You've got at the level you play at. You've got on to about 50.
50.
Wow, 40.
The oldest player is that Muri guy who's still banging them in. Became the oldest goal scorer. He's in the still plays in the Japanese First Division.
50
years old. Beat Stanley Matthews as the oldest professional player to score a goal. The oldest player who's going to be playing in the World Cup is the Egypt goalkeeper Assam El Hadari, who's 44. Got 150 caps for his country, and he made his debut in 1996. And sorry, just finish up. In 1996, and Stoke winger Ramadan Sobhi, who's also in the squad now, plays alongside him, wasn't even born yet. That's great.
That's very good. I kind of hoping that Roger Miller might.
Just one last go.
Just one last hurrah. I mean, he was 43 in 1994.
Yeah, maybe 42, something like that. Yeah, he's definitely in his 40s.
So he's in his 60s now. Let's make that happen.
Do you consider yourself an old football fan?
Terrible maths.
Do you consider yourself an old football fan?
I think you go through a process of you're supporting a football club changes the older you get, and the way you support your football club changes. You know, when you're young, you kind of you want to make loads of noise, you want to chant, you want to be passionate, and then you get to a stage where you actually want to enjoy the game. You want to look at it, you want to try and figure out what's going on, you want to understand a little bit more about it, you want to pay attention, and then you get to the age where everything's just shit.
And where are you?
I'm at that stage.
Really?
Yeah.
You're just still Flav.
I'm not. I'm at that stage because, despite how good Spurs are, I don't enjoy going that much anymore.
My God. What? Because it's Wembley?
No, even before a while.
You just find yourself getting irritated?
Yes.
At people around you?
Yeah. Really? That, a lot of moaning, and I love the football. I love my football club. Don't get me wrong. It's just the game and the atmosphere has become quite insipid, and you know what? I'm not paying £60 to go and sit in silence around people that have no interest in making any outfit.
And do you also? Sorry, this has become a bit depressing a little bit, but okay.
I am ill.
Huh? You are ill. Yeah, true. Do you find it difficult to have heroes when they're a lot younger than you now?
Nah.
No?
Not at all. I met Harry Winks
this before, haven't you? You did.
I met Harry Winks last week, and I was like, "Whoa, Harry Winks,
21.
You are my hero." And yeah, you could be my son. He's that young.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's great.
No, I have no.
Really?
Yeah. He's how old is he?
You'd be 15.
Yeah. So
happens.
I mean, absolutely where I come from. That's normal. It's expected.
Yeah.
You know, he's
it's an obligation. You're disappointed if you haven't.
I haven't. As soon as a player puts on a Spurs shirt, they're immediately older than me. I don't know why. It's a weird thing.
It is weird.
They're my heroes. All of them.
This is sorry. I haven't done the obligational bits. This podcast is brought to you by FanLeague. FanLeague's an app that.
I don't call it the obligational bits. I mean,
I know. No, I'm happy to do it.
Yeah.
We play each week.
Yeah.
I did well again last week.
I'm not interested.
No, true.
Love it.
No, I do love it.
I love it.
Look, we're building the world's #1 football community.
Exactly. And there is actually a generally decent little conversation going on. A little bit bad enough running around.
Do you know, I'm on a bloody good run.
I'm rubbish.
You are shit. You are rubbish at it.
I like giving it a go, but I obviously don't know a great deal.
Do you know what you should do? Just close your eyes. See if you do better. That'd be interesting. Right. Yeah, next time. No games this week, I don't think.
No.
But next week it will be back. And next week you don't want to miss the podcast because, I'm going on honeymoon.
Yeah.
But Flav and DT on the podcast.
How's that?
He is buzzing.
How's that worked
He is
out?
buzzing.
I'm sure he's buzzing as well, but he can't wait. You know what I mean? It's, you're asking me to sit down and talk about football with a gooner, not just any gooner, DT as well. Outside of football, we actually, it's fine. We get on. He's a nice geezer, but
when the lights are on, the camera's on,
he's gonna descend. It's gonna descend into
it.
Yeah, because
you're gonna discuss.
I mean, if he wants it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the North London derby is the week, innit? And I don't want to be around Arsenal fans on the week of the North London derby, so it's going to be an interesting podcast. So make sure you tune in next week.
This is something that not on the agenda at all, but I'd love to talk about it. Is especially before next week. Spurs doing well, Arsenal not doing great. Yet you go into the week of the North London derby.
Yeah.
How do you approach it? Because especially someone like yourself who's has to do a podcast on it. We work for Ball Street, so you're going to have to do videos about it. Banter flying from all sides. How do you approach it? Do you want to give that away?
No, I don't care. I don't mind. Actually, by talking about it and doing things around it makes it easier, in a way. I used to feel so much more nervous before, probably because we were less good. But actually, it's like there's an element of you either avoid it altogether or you're all in, and it actually makes me excited. I'm kind of borderline excited, borderline shitting myself.
I think the fact that Spurs are good now is a massive aspect of this, because you kind of, if you're,
mate, do you know what I mean? I can't tell you how much I used to hate it. I'd look at the dates when Spurs and Arsenal were going to play in the calendar, and I would dread it. And after that game's finished, I'll be calm again. Rather we won or lose, it was done. We knew the result, done and dusted. I'll take my medicine, and then after a week of it being okay, we played Arsenal. You start looking at the next one coming along, and you knew you had to have that twice a year. I don't have that same trepidation.
And the hatred, I guess, comes from the fact that ultimately it's down to winning or losing, and Spurs for a long time were nowhere near as good as Arsenal, and so you're kind of like, it's like an exam that you've got to do, but you're not going to pass it. You don't know. Yeah, you got no chance.
Yeah, I mean, what I would say though is the times when we did beat them, it was incredible. Yeah. Because we just wasn't expecting it.
The same with QPR at Chelsea, especially when we went up. Like, we won once. We beat them 1-0 at home.
Yeah.
And it was the best.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah.
It was so good. But we lost. I think we lost 6-0 away at Chelsea once.
Not so good.
And you can see it coming, and then when it happens, and you're in this kind of quicksand of just watching something happen, it's minging.
Yeah. Do you stay to the end?
Yeah, always stay to the end. It's got to be done.
6-0 down.
I know, mate. It's
good. Oh, mate, I couldn't stay at the end and 6-0 down against Arsenal. I get the. Would you
be out
you're noble. You're noble, but didn't you look around and think I've got to get away from these scumbags?
I mean, I was a safe distance away from them, thank God. What's annoying is you go past. It's so branded, the Chelsea Stadium, and there's this giant John Terry that you got to walk past on the way back to the station. I just absolutely hate every second of it.
Craig goes down to see that once a week. Without foul.
Just kisses.
Instead of going to church, he just goes and looks at John Terry's statue for 15 minutes.
He just kisses his midriff because it's too big.
Yeah.
And then goes home. Let's go on to England. England playing 2 games that you should be excited about.
Yeah.
In Germany on Friday, and then Brazil. The games themselves are interesting. Come on. Give me that. Give me that at least before we go dive into the mire that is this.
I mean, they're good fixtures, aren't they? Germany and Brazil. I mean, you can't really ask for 2 better teams, really.
Exactly. And so I was quite excited about those games and seeing how we could get on. But what everyone will have seen, obviously, is the amount of players that have left the squad. And so just to make that point, the latest is Danny Drinkwater.
Sorry.
You're right, bud.
Go on.
The latest is Danny Drinkwater, who's declined the call-up.
He's not fit enough.
Because he's saying he's not fit enough. Yeah, dealt with it, had a thigh injury, he's just come back. I can probably understand it. But the amount of players that are not in it now leaves a squad that has a midfield and a set of forwards that reads like this. So the midfielders for England in these games against Germany and Brazil: Eric Dyer, Jesse Lingard, Jake Livermore, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Ashley Young, Jack Cork.
Wow.
Up front, just the 3. Tammy Abraham, Marcus Rashford, Jamie Vardy.
We can only find 3 strikers.
There's only 3 that exist. Get Crouchy in the squad.
Yeah, why not? Give him a go.
Do you know what?
He's a lot of fun.
I actually think Crouchy should be a shout.
Oh, come on, James.
Now, hear me out, right? Hear me out, right?
I don't want to, actually.
The reason why Crouchy should probably be an actual discussion point for the squad, right, is you need different ways of winning a game. Okay?
So we can lump it long to a guy who can't head.
What do you mean he can't head?
Well,
he's scored more headed goals in the Premier League than anyone else.
He can't avoid his head. I'm just saying it doesn't mean he's got that technique. He's just giant, isn't he?
But the point is, right, if he's never going to start the games, right, so he's going to be happy in the squad. Great banter.
Yeah, he's got cracking banter.
And if you need someone last 10 minutes and you need a different angle, chuck Crouchy up top and smash it high. What's wrong with that? I think it's snobbery to ignore him, get him in the squad.
It's just boring though, isn't it? going back to that, surely I'd rather see Tammy Abraham give it, players.
Tammy Abraham's quite
just to answer your question, like it kind of makes them pointless. It kind of makes these games pointless now.
Yeah, all right, because what's he going to learn?
He's not going to learn anything because he watches these players play every week, so he knows what they can do. He can't develop any kind of match tactics because the players are not there. It's stupid having 2 friendlies in the middle of the season anyway, in my opinion. They never do anything.
The other side of it is, Southgate's gone, the players are injured and cannot play. So, bottom line, I am not a manager who wants the real players out until they break. I don't take risks with players. I think there's an interesting point in that. And he added, I have man-to-man discussions with them around where they are at and how much risk they want to take. Hearing this talk of club versus country, it is a nonsense.
Southgate.
That's what Southgate's saying.
That's fair, there's no problem then.
Do you agree with that?
No, I wouldn't. There's definitely an agenda with players. It happens time and time again. The players pull out because they don't want to risk themselves in a friendly that means nothing, that has no bearing on whether or not we can win the World Cup or not. I think there used to be a time where it was crucial for everybody that England had a good team. I think you kind of saw it as the players saw it as their duty because they weren't earning as much money as they earn now. They weren't as valuable. They were as crucial to people. The game wasn't as high risk for managers. So why is Pochettino going to release Kane and Ali when losing them could potentially cost him his job? If he lost both of them and we went on a 10-game losing streak, he'd go. But it's all right because he had Kane and Ali were able to play their friendlies for England.
Oh yeah, do you know what? I completely understand that point of view, but I do enjoy international football, but there has to be a shake-up because this isn't working. You've got players, I don't think they feel any guilt in terms of pulling out of these squads now. I think, look, and I'm sure they are all injured to a point, but back in the day, they would have still probably gone and met up with the squad because they believe in something bigger. Bottom line is, they don't care. It's the middle of November. Delph, Sterling, they don't want to risk anything that's going to take them out of the Man City side, which they've got to be just buzzing to
beat him.
Yeah, and Sterling's not always been starting. His good form's got him in that position. Delph has won the lottery.
Yeah.
And so I completely understand it. But for international football to survive, apart from in that summer, you've either got to... Well, I don't know what you do. I think you do just get rid of that and just make it a summer thing.
There's going to be an international league, isn't there? So that all the games have bearing.
That's true. So that could definitely help.
You don't see a mass exodus of England players when we've got qualifiers that actually mean something. It doesn't happen. It only happens on friendlies. Like you say, if Ali gets a knock or if Sterling gets a knock and he's out for a couple of weeks, he comes back on the bench. There's another incredible player in front of him. Could be anyone, Sane, some of their forwards, Silva, the incredible wealth of talent they've got. It could take him another 3 months to get back in the squad. What for? Because he played some friendly against Germany and who changed their entire team at half time. It's just a waste of time. Yeah. And everybody hates him as well. Everyone just wants the Premier League back and their own Championship back. Everybody's waiting for that to come back.
Yeah. Joe, I had this ready. You're right, bud. I had this ready if you aren't enjoying the football this weekend, now Northern Ireland fans are really enjoying it. They've obviously got the playoff, the second leg on Sunday, Republic of Ireland. Italy could be out of the World Cup for the first time since 1958.
Do you want them there or not?
Yeah. I don't care with Italy somehow. I don't know. I don't have any. With Buffon, I quite like him to be there, I guess. But it's not gonna end well for him.
I don't want them there. I think it'd be interesting to see. I don't know, anybody else.
Yeah. And what?
Peru.
If you're not, so are you having a weekend off football this weekend?
Yeah.
What are you going to do? What's your perfect weekend that doesn't involve football?
I'm going to go to the countryside. I'm going to be with my beautiful girlfriend.
Yeah, love her so much.
I love her so much, James. And I'm going to might light a fire, a candlelight.
There'll be sparks anyway.
But always, you've got to keep the magic alive in a relationship, any relationship. Right? The physical aspect.
Is that me? Yeah. Does that mean yeah?
The physical aspect of a relationship is very important, Jim.
Yeah.
You've got to keep the fire lit. But that's what I'm going to be doing. Yeah, and I've got to take a piece of damaged furniture back to the shop.
Lovely. Sounded like you fired, but it wasn't. It was just his phone. What else we got here today? So, Yeah. Oh, this one. So final thing on the World Cup, because the World Cup is great. Yeah.
Yeah.
World Cup itself is great. I know these international friendlies are woeful, but the break itself is good, right? Messi has said that if they win the World Cup, he will walk 60 kilometres from one place to another place. Where is it? He will walk from Basilica. Hang on, I can't even say it. One place in Argentina to another place in Argentina. To celebrate winning the World Cup. And then Aguero was asked as well. He said, "Would you do it? Would you make that promise? Would you do that if it meant winning the World Cup?" And he said, "Let's go trot." So there's a translation from the article.
Let's go trot.
What would you do to win the World Cup?
Well, they run 14 kilometres in a game, so what I don't really... Was it that big a deal?
A walk for 60 kilometres. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's not that great. But the wider question of what would you do? And this is a question I want to ask people in the comments as well. Don't go sexual.
Lewd.
Yeah, don't be lewd.
It's the go-to thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, I'll do some sort of heinous sex act on myself.
Yeah, it's be a bit more imaginative than that. What would you eat my new football boots if it meant England won the World Cup?
What, eat them?
Eat them.
It'd probably kill me.
Leather, isn't it? You're fine, aren't you?
No, it's cow, isn't it?
Right.
I'm a vegetarian.
Difficult. Would you eat 4 steaks as a vegetarian if it meant England winning the World Cup?
Yeah.
5?
Yeah.
8?
Yeah. I mean, look, I think of all the happiness. It's sad for the cow.
Yeah,
you know, I know that more than anyone.
Yeah.
But
of course you do.
I think of all the happiness. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would eat 8 steaks.
8 steaks, right? Let us know what you would do. What would I do?
Would you murder it yourself?
Would I murder?
Would you murder yourself?
I'm glad you said murder the cow,
Yeah,
not just kill.
Would you murder
slaughter.
a cow? Brought to you by FanLeague. Would you murder?
Yeah, I'd do it in my bare hands for England to win.
Really?
No, I don't know. I could. I'd never forgive myself. It's too much. No, no, I wouldn't. Poor cow. What's it done?
Yeah, true.
Like if the cow's alive, that's that it should be left alive. If something's already dead and you said eat this already dead cow so that England can win the World Cup, then it's different.
Would you go to every Arsenal home game for a season?
Absolutely not. No way. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Take a book. Take a book and read it.
No, it's ridiculous. I don't even like going to Arsenal and when Spurs play there.
Okay. Would you? All right, that'll do. Let us know.
What would you do?
I don't know. What? Give me an option.
Would you? Would you walk home naked?
That's a good one.
Yeah, all the way home to Peckham.
Yeah, and I'd windmill every step.
What?
Yeah. What? Hands-free windmill?
Yeah.
Not sure I've got that in my locker. But I would. Yeah, I would happily do that. Definitely.
All right, cool.
I wouldn't tell anyone about it.
What everyone would see.
Yeah, no. Yeah, but it'd be randoms. I can live with that. I wouldn't be like. I don't want it to be a big. I don't want it to be much press around it.
Would you be self-aware?
What, to win the World Cup?
If you was naked, would you gladly walk through the streets? Or would you think, I'm a bit self-conscious, don't look at my winky?
Probably. I'll probably discreetly keep my hand over my winky the whole way.
Let us know in the comments below, what would you do to win out if it meant England win the World Cup?
Yeah, Jurgen Klopp has said that the best player he's ever coached is Mario Götze. He was unbelievable. The biggest improvement, though, was Lewandowski, which begs the question, who is the best player you've seen live? The other reason I wanted to talk about this one is because Gattuso, they asked him if the work that he put in a game of football alongside Pirlo made him better. He said, "Don't talk nonsense. Let's not confuse Nutella with shit." He also said...
Who's the shit? Him?
Oh, he's a shit. And
right.
Pirlo's the Nutella.
Right.
Pirlo, of course, retired this week. Probably one of the best players I haven't seen him live. Probably one of the players I loved watching the most. He also said, Gattuso said, the first time I played with Pirlo, I asked myself if I should change my profession. I played 20 years with him, if we count internationals, or NTs, I don't know what that means. And believe me, every time when there were problems, I just had to pass the ball to him. That's why I think that he helped my career much more than I did his. So yeah, who is the best player you've seen?
I've got 4.
4?
No, it doesn't make any sense, but the best player...
4? That's so quick with 4.
I got Luka Modric.
Okay.
Gareth Bale, Ginola, Berbatov.
If you had to pick one of those, or you die.
So Luka Modric was the best, but I appreciated Berbatov more because he was just incredible. He was he did things with the football he just took the piss. But it wasn't even an arrogance. There was an arrogance about his play, but he wasn't being arrogant. It was just so much better than everyone around him. And it looked like he couldn't be bothered as well, which I kind of loved. Nice, and he smoked as well. And like, I don't smoke, it's bad for you, but the last person on earth that should smoke is a footballer because he needs to be fit.
Yeah.
Even a smoker, smoking Berbatov could still dominate a game. The game, you know, if you didn't see him play, if some of our younger audience didn't see him play, just go on YouTube. The stuff he did for Spurs and Man United, that's something else.
I think there's a massive thing to be said about a player who doesn't have to move much and can do great things.
Teddy Sheringham.
Pirlo is a great example of that. Yeah. I don't think Scholes in his later career just kind of sat there and just tapped it about because he's far too smart for you guys. Best player I've seen that's done stuff and I've just gone, whoa, the Delta Rapt.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to get laughed at. And I get it. That's fine. But for QPR, I have never seen someone do some of the stuff he's done. It's unbelievable. There was a game once where the ball came out from a corner and he was right on the halfway line, the only player back. I think it was maybe one other player back, and a player came and ran at him. So quite a pressured situation. You don't want to give it away there. He just nutmegged the guy. Darren Ambrose, I think it was. Just nutmegged him like in this pressure situation. Every single game he played, he would do something. You just be like, what?
He came from the ranks at Spurs, and his
debut for you was
against West Ham.
Quite famous,
very good. Yeah, he turned the game on his head, and we ended up beating them or getting the draw, if I remember rightly. He had all of the talent in the world. He could have been an absolute world beater. He was just mental.
Yeah. So let us know that as well. I think it's always a great question. Who's a player who made it look so easy and simple? Yeah. I just love those kind of players. That's why I'm gutted about Pirlo. Kind of.
Modric was the one for that.
Do you think those kind of players are
glided?
I guess Modric is still doing it.
Yeah, he is.
But those players kind of becoming a bit obsolete in such a physical game.
Depends. I mean, there are players coming through that are technically good. That don't rely on power. But you got to stand a better chance. You have to be a special player if you're small.
Yeah.
You know, but you see Tom Carroll's still doing all right. You know.
Tom Carroll.
I mean, he's the tiniest footballer on earth.
Right.
Like he's barely a man.
Yeah.
His technical ability to carry him through. Winks is what are you smiling at, Craig?
Not having Tom Carroll.
What for someone so small?
Yeah, but we're talking about Pirlo.
Pirlo and
I'm ill.
Yeah, you are ill. Leave him alone. He's ill. Leave him alone.
Harry Winks has potential to do great things, despite being a tiny boy.
That trivia question, if you'd forgotten about it, players who've scored 20 plus goals in the Premier League season before they were 25. I'll give you Lukaku is one, correct. I'll give you. We'll give the answers next week on the One for the Weekend podcast. I'll give you another one now though, which is a bit of a random one. Saha, 2003-2004 for Fulham, correct. Still so many to get.
Lewis Bowen-Morte.
Lewis Bowen-Morte is not one, I'm afraid. This just about must have been 19 goals. It's a tricky weekend for Patrice Evra. He was suspended by Marseille, of course, after smashing some fan in the head.
Great kick though, didn't you think?
Good kick, yeah.
Could have lost his balance.
Incredible flexibility.
Yeah.
He should be proud of that at least. He will look back and laugh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. But he's got a meeting. With the president, Jacques-Henri Iraoud, following his attack on a supporter ahead of last week's Europa League loss to Vitória Guimarães. How does that meeting go, Flav? And as a man who's great with words, how do you negotiate that meeting? So here we go.
Hello.
Hang on.
I'm Patrice Evra.
You're Patrice Evra, right? Come in. Yeah, thanks, Patrice, for sparing some time. No. Just sit down.
What's the point of this?
I don't know. I just want to know how is he going to get out of this? Does he want to play for Marseille?
What's the point of the meeting?
Oh right, sorry, you still in role?
Yeah, I'm still
right. Well, okay, sorry.
What's the point of this meeting?
Well, don't be aggressive. Let's just have a calm conversation here. Thanks for coming in. Mm-hmm. You probably know what brought you here for.
No.
Well, you've kicked a fan in the head with a kung fu kick. It's been absolutely everywhere. We haven't been in training since. We clearly suspended you and brought you in now. What am I supposed to do with you in this?
There is absolutely nothing you can do with
There's
me.
nothing.
How do you get out of it? I mean,
See.
I think the only conceivable thing is that he heard something so abhorrent. You know, there's times in your life where things happen and you have to behave outside of the realms of social decency. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You might have to strike a man. You might be striked. But, you know, it depends on the behaviour of other people. And sometimes, you know, if someone's given liberties, you know, someone is cussing because he's racist. I'm not saying that happened, but it's fair to assume that something like that might have been said. Then you think, well, there's sometimes, you know, I'm not saying violence is okay. And just sometimes it's hard, you can lose your head.
Yeah. One crumb of comfort I saw from the article, which could turn it around for Evra, is I don't know how to say this guy's name, because I think it's Araud, the president, is currently on a business trip in Miami.
Right.
Now, people don't do business trips in Miami. They go to party in Miami. So I reckon, actually, I'll be Patrice Evra, you be the president, right?
Yep.
So, okay.
Hello, Patrice. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
Got some things to discuss.
You see my kick? See the kick?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Kicked him in the head.
Yeah, sorry.
Absolute bans.
And it was quite funny.
Yeah, you crack on. We'll give you 2 weeks and you come back in.
Yeah.
Cheers, Ross.
Forget about them.
See you later.
And we've banned that supporter.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Yeah.
I reckon he could. If that got.
Tell you what you could do, just for me, Patrice, right? Is maybe not go on Instagram on the Monday. Maybe wait till Tuesday or Wednesday.
But I love Mondays.
I know you do. I know. It's a bloody murder because I quite like Mondays too, but.
I hate Thursdays. That's the thing. People don't realise. Maybe I should do. Maybe I hate Thursdays.
Yeah.
And then people understand there's a bit more balance to it.
Yeah, fair enough, Patrice.
But I do think, and I do think, but I do think if he is a lad, is president, right?
Yeah.
You can go in and just go, come on, come on.
Stuff happens.
Boys will be boys.
Boys will be boys.
He said some naughty things.
No, he's got to go. He won't ever play again, will he?
Well, that's interesting. Yeah, 36. Like it could be the end for him. So yeah, tricky weekend for Patrice.
He's getting all this grief. Why bother? He's not playing. He's not getting in Marseille's team. He's 36. He's got more money than he could possibly spend. Go over to America and get one last big hurrah.
Yeah, do you know what you should do? Go to America.
Have a good time, Patrice.
Go to Miami.
Yeah.
They'll have a team soon.
They've got a team, Miami FC.
Right, it's that time. Coming to the end of the show and podcast. But that means soldiers lost in battle.
Yay.
Flav, do your thing if you can. Or can you? You can.
Yeah. So, sometimes in football... I just can't do it. Basically, what you're about to hear is people's very sad stories when they've missed the football because of some evil girlfriend or boyfriend, some inconsiderate mum,
Just
and
bad
some
luck.
divvy dad.
Sometimes there's bad luck.
Or just bad luck as well. So these are some stories. There's people that listen to the podcast who share the burden with us, and in the hope that we somehow make it through together. Can you play the music?
Yeah, absolutely. Not your best one, Flav, but we'll let you off. Because he's not well. And he done well. Hang on, something's happened there.
You got
Cut.
high protection, high production values.
Here we go. We go again.
Come on.
Sorry. Bear with. It's difficult.
I know.
A lot going on. Okay, here we go. This week's soldiers lost in battle. Michael Mouton. In 2010, I had the privilege of the World Cup being held in my home country, South Africa. I was at a fan park for the opening game, and when Sifiwe Teshabalala, I don't think that's his name, left foot strike sent the whole country batshit crazy, I was in a line behind a fat guy waiting to take a piss and missed the whole thing, and I came out just in time for Mexico to equalise. It ended 1-1. Sorry, I ruined that one. Ryan Johnson. I'm a Liverpool fan. My mum is a lifelong Liverpool fan. It was the Europa League quarter-final. I treated her to 2 tickets to the Cop End for both of us to support our team. But the bitch Donna at her work pulled out of covering her shift at the hospital last minute. I missed the 4-3 last minute win to take us into the semis because of fucking Donna. Joaquim Sales. It's the second leg of the South American Cup semi-final, River Plate Stadium, Buenos Aires. My team Botafogo is winning 2-1 with an extra man. We had won the first leg in Rio 1-0, 20 minutes left in the game. My father turns to me and says, "Son, cherish this moment. I've been supporting Botafogo for 45 years and it's never been easy like this. Winning comfortably in a foreign land, 3-1 on aggregate with an extra man. Bask in the glory and rarity of this moment, my child." I nod solemnly. "Yes, father, I will remember this." And then Radamel Falcao scores a hat-trick for River Plate in a span of 15 minutes. It was a long and quiet journey back to Rio. I still wake up in a cold sweat, cursed with the memory of that grim Argentinian night.
Beautiful.
And I'm just going to go back to the music one last time because we've got a girlfriend lost in battle.
Oh!
Yes.
Good.
We're different. Here we go. Emma Chadwick. I have the opposite of a soldier lost in battle. My 22nd birthday, on my 22nd birthday, myself and my boyfriend are travelling to Leeds to see my family. He's a huge Tottenham fan. My birthday is the 21st of November. Tottenham play Dortmund away. We've cancelled plans for that day so he can watch the game. Girlfriend's lost in battle. So that's quite uplifting.
Do you know what? That is, and you sound like a very good girlfriend because that was a big tie for us. And that is a big tie for us.
Yeah.
And
22nd birthday, she's giving it up. Good old Emma Chadwick, well done.
You obviously love him. You love him, and he sounds like a good guy because he's a Spurs fan. So you keep hold of him.
Joaquin, that was difficult to read. I hope you're okay.
Yeah.
Hang in there.
Stay
Ryan,
strong,
Michael as well. Thank you for your soldiers lost in battle. We've had loads. They keep coming in, and we will keep reading them out because we must share these stories. That's it, Flav.
Emil Heskey.
Emil Heskey, what about him? Huh? Emil Heskey?
Yeah.
What about him?
Is he one of the players?
Oh, right. No, he's not. Fair enough.
Craig, you give us one.
You thought he was one, do you?
Yeah. 20 goals under...
Not according to what I've got here, mate.
Or you give us one, Craig.
Alan Smith.
Alan Smith is not one either. I'll give you one last one. It's an obvious one. Shearer.
I'm starting to doubt you.
You're starting to doubt me? How dare you?
He knows this stuff. It's his thing.
Has he Googled it?
No.
Well, then you shut up then, because I have Googled it, Craig. Because somebody doesn't want to be on the podcast. Rooney, yes, Rooney is one.
Googled it.
Yeah.
Googled it.
So I'll ask that question one last time. Players who have scored 20 plus goals in the Premier League season before they were 25.
Rod Wallace.
Rod Wallace is not one. Right, that's it. Flav's not feeling well, so we're cutting short a little bit on this occasion. Join us on the FanLeague app. We're on it. People are on it, and it's going to be back next week. There's going to be a lot of banter flying about, which Flav loves on the week of the North London derby. So click the link in the description, join FanLeague, and then search my name, James Walcott, 2 L's, 2 T's. We could be friends, and then I can add you to the One for the Weekend League. There are still spaces in it.
And I actually want to have more friends than James. So if you're on it, make sure that you add me as well.
Add Flav. Flav,
Flav.
Yeah.
And we'll see who's more popular. Who's more popular?
Most importantly, for me, it makes more sense if I create the league, so I'm going to add you. So don't forget.
I've got
forget
71 friends.
You've probably got more than me, which is upsetting. Get involved with the FanLeague app. We'll be back next week with DT
and my real friends
and Flav and Soldiers Lost in Battle and all that. Do you?
Yeah.
That's annoying.
Yeah, me and DT next week. It's going to be fun.
Subscribe to Wall Street. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that like button, and we'll see you next week.
Happy feelings
all round.
Download the app and join today.